All right, History American sports students, we are in the middle of the Unit 5, and we're on labor issues. If you go back to the calendar, the pacing guide I have, like I said, I'm spacing everything out, so we're given 2 days for assignment that usually would be just 1 day, but given the extraordinary circumstances, that's where we're at right now. So we're going to start on this today, and then we'll have some time. We'll work on it Monday, and that's where we're at right now, this class. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on that. So what we're going to do in labor issues today, there's two segments to it. You're going to do an assignment, and you're going to fill out some of your study guide. I think there's two people, there's a definition or two, and then there's two questions. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is make a copy of the Major League Baseball collusion questions. And, I already clicked on that link. And the reading is right here. It's about collusion in Major League Baseball that was a big deal during the 1980s. You're going to read about how owners got together to keep contracts down for players. And then you're just going to complete the questions with it. Pretty simple, self explanatory kind of stuff. And it goes chronologically. It's born out of this issue with Curt Flood. And that's what I want you to do. There's a short video, New York Times video. It's about 12 minutes long, about Curt Flood. I want you to watch it. You guys will then identify Curt Flood in your study guide and answer questions 15. And then using this PowerPoint presentation, you guys will answer a couple more questions and identify two terms in your study guide. So it's pretty layup kind of stuff here. You just follow along and complete it. But it'll talk about how we got to the point. There was something called the reserve clause. I think this is a very important thing. It was a belief that once you signed with a team, that team owned you for the rest of your life. You were their property. You could not, you had no negotiating power. They could trade you. You couldn't say, "Hey, I don't want to be traded." It was adopted by Major League Baseball, and then the other leagues then applied that rule. And it was until about Curt Flood came around, that was the law of the land in professional sports in America, was this reserve clause. Once you signed with an organization, they owned you for life. It was insane. All right. And so now we have the birth of free agency, and people can now nix trades, and players didn't have that power until about Curt Flood came around. So that's the big issue today. So we looked at collegiate athletes last week. This is now I want you guys to kind of look at the power now. People are like, players make too much money. Well, this is why, because they were kind of mistreated for decades in our culture, sporting culture. All right, so that's what we're doing. So again, the next 2 days, work on these next two school days. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. You guys know that to submit your assignment right there. First name, last name. Make sure you get a shareable link from the document. Right, you always get the shareable link. Never use the URL right here. But that's how you'll submit it. All right. Any questions? Reach out to me. Thank you.